Today was the release of Telos, and with that, we are now able to acquire the new tier 92 weapons from this new boss. Located in the heart of Gielinor, Telos can be fought after killing one of each of the God Wars Dungeon 2 bosses, collecting their sigils, and making the Ancient Sigil. Bring this with you to the center of the heart of Gielinor by the giant tree to enter the boss's lair. Alternatively, maxed or completionist players can use the max skill Teleport. Telos is a solo boss aimed at the high-level players searching for challenging content. Being level 2000 and having 400,000 HP at Zone Rage, he creates a very difficult boss fight. Telos will attack with melee or magic, so keeping a close eye on which attacks he is using will prove helpful during the fight. For melee, Telos will strike with his blade arm, causing damage, and for magic, Telos will shoot small green projectiles from his chest or a fireball when his special bar is full. The unique attacks that Telos has are his uppercut, which can be easily avoided by watching for when Telos says, "Gielinor, give me strength," but if not careful, will hit the player, causing a sizable amount of damage. Hold Still Invader, where Telos will yell "Hold Still Invader" and bind you to the ground while also dealing melee damage. While stunned, Telos will stomp on the player, causing significant damage. This attack can be avoided by anticipating prior to being bound and running away. The Bind, where Telos yells "Your Anima," will return to its source. Telos will wrap tentacles around you, causing the player to be stuck to the ground and dealing typeless damage while regenerating hit points. To break free of the bind, the player must deal 3000 damage and then they will be set free. And lastly, when Telos yells "so much power," he will emit a yellow anima ball from his chest, which will do very high typeless damage. This attack can be prevented by not allowing Telos to gain his special attack by blocking the light beams from charging him. Phase 1 and 2 are fairly straightforward, but not to be underestimated, as this is a difficult boss fight and again intended for the higher level players, so don't expect to breeze right through it. Once you hit phase 3, there is a new attack added involving minions. There will be a balance bar which will increase into the red as long as the minions are still up. Once in the red, Telos will release a shockwave causing 2000 typeless damage. The shockwaves will end when the minions are gone or when the balance bar leaves the red zone. And phase 4 gets even more difficult with the release of an even more powerful attack, so I took a quote from this Reddit thread, as I've yet to perfect this boss as it is day of release, and I feel that this sums up phase 4 beautifully. Phase 4. There are no beams on this phase, and the rotation will be explained below. There is no anima attack on this phase. After every 25% life points drained from Telos, the player must run on a specific spinning anima font to prevent an instant kill mechanic. There is a special attack on this phase in which Telos says "so much power" and throws an attack at the player which deals over 5000 damage plus depending on the enrage. There is another special in which Telos says "let the anima consume you." He will launch a green orb at the player which will deal an initial several thousand hit. Then a small bleed-based attack will continue on the player unless they are standing on the spinning anima font. Any of the typeless hits can be blocked with the resonance or affected by any defensive abilities. Once you drop down to phase 4, you will be near a spinning anima font. Telos rotation on this phase seems to be partially randomized, so he may do a hold or charge attack on this phase first. Stand right on top of his northwest spinning anima font at the beginning of the phase, prioritizing asphyxia as your first ability to potentially skip his special attacks. Now this is obviously assuming you're using magic as well. Dodge the special if necessary, making sure to stand on top of the spinning anima font. As soon as the first 25% life points are drained, Telos will begin to drain his anima, and whilst you are standing on top of it, you will begin to take 5 typeless hits of 1000 plus. 3 anima minions will spawn during this and begin attacking you. Anticipate on top of the spinning anima font whilst keeping your life points high. Detonate Dragon Breath and Chain is usually enough to kill the 3 minions, but kill them with anything else if necessary. A shield will eventually spawn around the anima, stay within, and Telos will launch a one-hit attack at you, which the shield will completely negate. If you aren't within the shield, nothing can stop this attack from killing you except a sign/portent of life. After the first one-hit attack is dodged, immediately run to the northeast side of the arena and stand on top of the next spinning anima, whilst damaging Telos. You will likely need to dodge more specials here. Note there is plenty of time to get back on the spinning anima, even if you are late to it. Repeat the same process as above, but right after Telos gets back up, put your shield on, as this is likely when Telos will do his "so much power" attack. Your defensives will have been reset from the anima sphere, but should be back up in time to either resonance or reflect the attack. Resonance is recommended if you can time it to completely negate the attack. After the second font is dealt with, go to the cell to deal with the last one. Make sure you are standing on fonts if you get hit with the "let the anima consume you" attack, as it is the only way to get rid of the bleed attack. Damage Telos and deal with the last font while also blocking any special attacks. After the third font is dealt with, the only thing remaining for 0 through 99 in Rage is to kill Telos. Afterwards, click the green beam in the center to get your loot or to leave the arena. It should also be noted that on phase 4 it is possible for Telos to do his special attacks while draining anima from the font. He does the special right before draining from the font, which forces the player to dodge or tank the special. And phase 5, well, let's not get into that just yet. I'm still very new to the boss, as everyone is. With a little bit of help and discussion, I'm sure we'll be able to start to understand its basics within time, but for the time being, I'm not going to really even delve into phase 5 because I have no knowledge of it. I have not yet been able to get a kill. I've died at the very end when he had about 2000 HP, and it's very sad to see that come like that, but it does happen to the best of us. As always, keep an eye on your social media hubs such as Reddit and Twitter for more strats on how to kill Telos. That's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it a bit informational, and I'll see you in the next one.